Sheffield United 2, Hull City 1. The Lundstrom red card, return of the Mac, even though he scored. John Egan, return of him. Even Kieran Dowell and even Regan Slater for the Tigers. A beautiful penalty and a late winning goal. So let's talk about it. Let's get into it. In my match review, who I think the man of match is, who I think basically played decent, what's my takes and what not. So let's dive bomb into it. Make yourself a brew. And also, before this intro, I just want to wish Ollie Norwood overlooking the world today against Luton at the virtual final, kicking off at Wembley. I think it's a 3 PM kickoff. Nice to see an ex-player doing well. And it's even nice to see Ollie McBurney getting his goal against us, but wrong colours. But Lundstrom did us a favour, clapped to him, and Egan same. Let's get into it. Make yourself a brew, make yourself a whatever you drink, coffee. Even though I don't like coffee, to be fair. Yep, I've said it, I don't like coffee. Make yourself some scran, make yourself some to eat, and let's get into it after the intro. Boom.
Subscribe to more UTB on YouTube.
Hey up everyone and welcome to another video. It's your boy Maury on a match day review as Sheffield United beat Hull City, or you could even say mauled Hull City in that last 10 minutes. So yeah, Sheffield United basically came away with all 3 points. Solid performance from my point of view for Jaffa Tanganga, Gustavo Harmer, Joe Rothwell. Can even say Mark McGuinness, Adam Davis in that second half. But let's get into it. Let's dive on into it. So United start with a 4-2-3-1 formation. Meanwhile, Hull, I think the 4-3-3, I could be wrong. I'll put the lineup on this side of video or that side, whatever I feel like it, for Hull City. So Sheffield United line up with Adam Davis in goal, Harrison Burrows on the left, Mark McGuinness and Jaffa Tanganga centre pairing, then Femi Sirike on the right. In the central midfield it's Joe Rothwell and Sidney Peck. Then on the left it's Gustavo Harmer. In the centre attacking midfield, Callum O'Hare. Then Andre Brooks on the right. Up front, Patrick Bamford, as always. So yeah, going into the first few minutes, United have had some chances, but they weren't meant to be. Then going on to the opener, the goal, what Hull City scored. Sidney Peck lost ball to, I think it was Liam Miller or that Baluma. Then he played it into Ollie McBurney. Jaffa Tanganga basically more or less lost his man, and so Ollie McBurney slot from home. 5th minute in, basically he's past Adam Davis, and you know Adam Davis will basically be to his nearest post, which he shouldn't really, but hey ho, that's how United crumbled this season. So going into after the goal, United had some good chances. Gustavo Harmer had an effort what got blocked. Then it was Mark McGuinness, didn't know what he was thinking. He might have just got a deflection, and it just were easy for Evo Igor Pando to save. No pace on it. Half a shot to be fair. Sorry about that. I had to readjust my camera, which is a bit annoying. So then United grew into the game. Hull still were dominating, looking to fit a team and whatnot. Then Hull could have easily gone 2-0 up if it were for Adam Davis's good save. I think he was against Beluma when he were 1-on-1 on the keeper, and Davis just pulled a massive save, in my opinion. Then moving on to the, I don't know if it were before or after this. I don't know what ones were before. I think it was Patrick Bamford got laid through by Gustavo Harmer. Basically, if he would have hit that first time, it would have been 1-1. But hey ho, he should have done a bit better with that shot. He turned it onto his left, then he went onto his right. He just absolutely made Panda just easily just save it. Good goalkeeper, by the way. And then this is when I think it was Ollie McBurney's chance. Overhead kick. Basically, we're just like, he tried to, what you call it, he tried to like do a similar kick to what he scored. I think it was Luton last time he scored a scissor kick, or one of them ilk. So yeah, Mark McGuinness went and headed it off the line. I thought it was a certain goal, seeing it in both real time and on the, what you call it, time in the like, go on, highlights. I've just watched it. And then United, it was Hull. United played a bit lacklustre in the first half, but we came out second half a lot better team. We came out like all guns blazing. I remember, I think it was before the red card or after the red card. I think it was before. Joe Rothwell's run, what was that? It was almost like, I think it was just a bit after the whole chance. Luckily, Ollie McBurney didn't get to it. I think he was 46th minute in. I thought, here we go, United's kryptonite, concede straight away. And we didn't, to be fair. It's just like weird. Like, we were so used to us conceding a goal with 10-15 minutes in second half. Lavia is not waking up. But then, like going back to Joe Rothwell, what? And all I just saw were basically a long busting run. It was like he had a rocket up his arse. Probably did it at half time. But he was one of the good players on that pitch yesterday, easily. And I'll get onto this just after I've squabbled about the match preview. So yeah, then I'm going to fast forward it now. I think we had a few corners. We didn't, like always, didn't beat the first man and stuff like that. And basically, they had a corner which led to John Lundstrom and Mark McGuinness getting a first bookable, first yellow. And going to the, I think it was Mark McGuinness for John Lundstrom's red card. I do think that's a stonewaller all day. But hey ho. Yeah, easy stonewaller red card. You can't, after that, after you've got booked for basically getting in Mark McGuinness's face and basically going him. I think it was Ollie McBurney what got booked also, or it could be when the incident coming up as well. Like, basically, you can't be doing that when you've already on a yellow card, that challenge. Going up to the challenge now, I think it was Andre Brooks, even though the Skies reported it as Gyro Riedewald. But Andre Brooks, he went in with challenge, followed through, as they say. I always think like it's basically it flaunted itself. So yeah, you can't be doing them challenges, and that what could at the time cost Hull City the game, more or less. He just basically could have lost them the game. And I'm not going to spoil it if you don't know yet, but yeah, John Lundstrom picked up a red card. I believe he didn't play the full 90 when we went to crom Stadium or MKM Stadium, whatever they want to call it now. Who knows what they call it? They seem to change it every single bloody other season like they do with the managers. And I just want to pinpoint that what Lundstrom said after the game, feeling sorry, feeling woe, it's me, and the chairman saying, just take a look at yourselves, in my opinion. Take a look at, I'm not saying take a look at yourselves, I'm saying basically them two individual people, because Lundstrom down told when he was wanted to get out, snaked us out in my opinion. And then Charlie, what a woeful, from their own supporters, a woeful man, one of the worst owners they ever come across. But hey ho, it's all forgiven because they're high flying, aren't they, this season? Even though just the right manager at the right time, I can't grumble about the manager, done a good job for him. You would do if it explains to basically do a good job for you, doesn't it? And it also takes set of explains to win us the game. How cookie crumbles. So yeah, then fast forward, and it was all United after that, all like basically we were getting chances. Bamford missed a sitter on, I believe, the 80-something minute. I could be wrong, it could be earlier than that. I know it was after the red card. I thought, this is our luck. This is basically how it's going to crumble this season. We get a red card for the other team and we still can't put his chances away. And then something exciting comes up. So basically, like, coming from the right-hand side of the corner, Gustavo Harmer, I've known it was my right, Hull City player headed it out, and then on my left is on their right and their left. Basically, Gustavo Harmer delivered it, and they were a bit of a tussle and argy-bargy, what you want to call it, happening in the box. It was like a WWE match, to be fair. Gyro went down, Bamford went down, someone else, I think it was Tanganga one, went down as well. And referee saw something what he didn't like. Luckily for us, it were like basically a penalty, and rightly so. And I'd be disgusted if I were a Hull fan to basically have our players wrestling with other players in box. But I know they say about their what you call it, referee. The referee gave, we had their luck basically when our players went down and they got a free kick for it. I don't know why, but luck came our way. Upstairs, Gustavo Harmer, cool as you like. I don't know why he's not on the penalty duty more often. So he steps up against Ivan Pandor, sends Pandor the wrong way, 1-1. Like I said, I don't know why he's basically not on penalty duties more often, because cool as you like. And I remember someone saying it's the first penalty he's taken in competitive league games. Wow. Why can't he take our penalties more often if we don't sell him next season? I'm like half and half about Gus, but I want him to stay, but should we cash in on him? Who knows? If the right prices, yes, but I want him to stay. And then a couple of minutes after, wow. I'm not sure who threaded it into, I think it might have been Tanganga or Rothwell or someone like that. Someone, I think, fed it into Danny Ings. Danny Ings, calm as you like, scores. I think good shot, by the way. Poacher's shots. I think a poacher's goal, sorry. And basically, Hull were calling for something. Don't know what. Calling for offside, or one of the players were like going like that. Who knows? So yeah, then it was just basically United were trying to. Oh, one more shot. We had Harrison Burrows for, I think, keepers for post. Pandor did a save. What you expect him to do? And they were basically tale of two halves. Hull were dominating in the first half, looking a fitter team. Meanwhile, Sheffield United looked lackadaisical. It were same tile. The difference is they've had a man. It was same tile against Bristol City. The difference is they had a man sent off. Hull City and Bristol didn't. They had all 11 men back behind the ball and a top world-class keeper in Radek Vitek, who, in my opinion, is the best goalkeeper in the Championship so far this season. Well, one of the best, as well as Carl Rushworth. So it ended Sheffield United 2, Hull City 1. So yeah, my man at match, I'm going to go through the player ratings now. Adam Davis, apart from the goal, he had a decent game. He stopped a few certain goals. And basically he's played quite decent in last couple of games when he needed to step up, when we need him the most. I know he hadn't got a clean sheet since QPR game, but hey ho, I don't care. It's what results. I don't care if we have a clean sheet or not. It would be nice, but it'd also be nice if we got the 3 points or a point, a draw rather than a loss. What we've seen about 21 times this season. I am including the Birmingham game. Then we'll go on to Femi Siriki with one of his worst games. I'm going to give him a 4. Then we'll go on to Harrison Burrows. I think he had a bit of an average game. I'm going to give him a 5. Jaffet Tanganga and Mark McGuinness, I'm going to give him a 16 combined. I think they looked quite good. I think basically, they both look solid. They both look good, even though Jaffet Tanganga basically lost his man on the McBurney goal. But hey ho, you would do if one of your players and you weren't expecting it. You know what I mean? Then Mark McGuinness put an absolutely shift in yesterday. Then going on to City Peck, I'm going to give him a 5. Looked average, didn't look really into it, didn't look like basically orchestrating out, to be fair. Lost ball for our first goal, didn't really offer much, to be fair. Joe Rothwell in the first half, and if he would have played like that all game, I would have basically given him an average score. But the second half, what won, my opinion, man at match for me, to be fair. And as that, I'm going to give him a 9. My man at match all game, to be honest. Then Gustavo Harmer, he was making things click yesterday, he was making things work, he was making even though the penalty goal, it got him a little bit of a boost, I'm going to give him an 8.5. Callum O'Hare, to be honest, I think it was his quieter games. I think it was basically one of his more finger games yesterday as of recording, and I am going to give him a 6 or a 5.5. Didn't really notice him that much yesterday. Hey ho. Then Andre Brooks, in the first half I didn't really notice him as much as I like us to think, but in the second half I saw more of him. But hey ho, I see more players when the attacking cop held. So yeah. So then, moving on to Patrick Bamford. Oh my word. I think Patrick Bamford, last couple of games, not looked up for it. He was missing sitters. He's lost his spark a bit, and Leeds fans warned us about that. To be fair, he misses chances like that. And then, sorry for itching my nose. And then we'll go on to his rating. I'm going to give him a 5. Bit average, not poor, but bit meh, lackluster. Then onto the subs. Danny Ings, I'm going to give him a 7 because of his goal and how he impacted the winning goal for us. Jairo Riedewald, I'm going to give him a, because of how late he comes on, a 7.5. How he orchestrated that midfield, him and Joe Rothwell is a must start for me next game, in all fairness. But only problem is with that, we're going to risk losing that basically more edginess to the end of the game rather than having it at the beginning. So yeah, then we're going to go on to Tahit Chong. I'm going to give him, didn't really notice him that much apart from a few balls down the channel. So therefore, he came on later games, so what do you expect? I'm going to give him a 5.5. Then, what else have I mentioned? Kajana Hoover. When he come on, I thought he played alright. I thought he played quite decent. I thought he played like a lot better than Femi Siriki has all game. But Femi Siriki looked a bit tired yesterday, I must admit. So, as of course he came on right late, I think he's going to get a 6.5. Kijana Hoover. I wouldn't mind seeing him in Championship for us next season. But doubt it if Wolves go down, and looking like it's most certainly will. So yeah, I think Hoover will play for Wolves more often next season. But it's that glimmer of hope. So yeah, that's what I think. Let us know what you think. I know I've been going on for nearly 20 minutes now. I always keep it down, try and keep it down to like 5-10 minutes. Try, and I'm going to go on a little bit better for that next season. So yeah, my match day vlog is out if you want to check that out. If I can, I'll try and put the picture on the side or get a link. Some shorts are out as well if you want to head out to check them out on my shorts. It's my penalty goal and my I think it's Danny Ings' goal, the winner. I know to my TikTok it's Blaze Vlogcast. If you've not already followed me, I do a little bit of some bits on that, not too much, just little funny shorts and stuff like that. Mainly I'm on here now. I'm on YouTube, I'm focusing on it. Thanks for all your likes, thanks for all your subscribes, thanks for your shares, thanks for your views. We've hit the big 100k now, so I'm quite happy about that. It's not just my channel, it's your channel. Thanks for all your support. Thanks for people who's coming up to me in ground and saying basically, I like your match day vlogs, I like your basically your content, what you have to say about United. I like basically the like praise what I get. And I'm not gonna get people what don't like my content, fair enough, and don't agree with me or whatnot. But I don't do it for views, I don't do it for likes, I don't do it for basically what you call it, pay money, even though I don't get paid by it, I must admit. It's just basically me talking to you about Sheffield United, about my love for sport, sharing my opinion, sharing like also feeling connected towards your lot. As I say, if you've not already, please like, share and subscribe. Help our channel grow. It's not just my channel, it's all your channel. And as always, there will be a Watford preview. I will talk about their danger players. I will talk about basically what you call it, their last 5 games, which is going to start doing. I apologise if I'm not as frequent as I like to be or you like me to be due to working weeks and whatnot. So that's just what I think, and definitely be a match day vlog as I'm going to Vicarage Road on Saturday. Hopefully we'll bring 3 points back. I can't see why not. After that performance in second half, I don't think we can beat them. But hey ho, who knows? Wilder likes winning at Watford. We don't like losing against Watford. So yeah, see what happens, see what basically how the cookie crumbles, and hopefully we can get another 3 points and that being on road would be nice to travel and come back with all 3 points, wouldn't it? So yeah, like, share and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and as always, future is bright, future is red and white, and as always, much love. See you later.